Welcome back to the last possible game in this clan war in the Acer Team Story Cup in NewRoSoft versus mYinsanity. Both players have been resurrected on each team's ace match, each team's last life. Here we are in game number 9, 4-4 between these two teams, spawning here for the third time today in the lower left corner of the map, the blue Zerg player representing NewRoSoft. Ladies and gentlemen, Roof.
And spawning in the top right spawn location for mYinsanity, we have our red Protoss player. He is gonna be Stardust. My intros are just not good today.
I was like, it kind of sounded like you forgot who you're introducing for a moment. It's like, dude, it's one man to save them all. Yo, that's how you should have done it. One life, one man, one Korean to save them all. mYinsanity's in a world.
I'm usually like I got like a couple of people saying like, oh yeah, Penguin's really good at intros, but not anymore.
You know what? No, it's fine, because even your worst intro is better than Zombie Grub's best. Oh my god. Like, I love Zombie Grub to death and everything. And I never, like, every time we start smack talking her on stream, it's always done in jest. But, like, that is one thing I've talked to her about. She's like, oh, no, it's just not me. It's like, damn it, dude. I'll do, like, this big wind-up, and she's like, and the other guy.
Yeah. It's a thing, though. Like, it's part of your shtick now.
Yeah, I know. Like, we got, like, overly dynamic Rifkin and down-to-earth Zombie Grub, I guess.
I want to point out, just about the game, we do actually have another early Forge coming out compared to another pool first. It's not an early pool this time, it's just going to be a 15 pool. I'm interested to see if Stardust still tries to go for some shenaniganry. That was a terrible pun, I'm sorry.
No, it's true. Shenanigans, however you want to refer to it, it's something rather abusive. It looks like he's setting up for it. The problem
also, I want to point out that... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, this map has actually a lot of space behind the mineral line, so you can't just as easily as you could on other maps. Like, you can't just put three pylons to be set. You have to put, like, 5 or 6.
He may try to just force the overreaction here with a single pylon. And
that would actually be
there
effective.
There we go. Gonna cancel. Almost. Whoa, okay, no cancel.
Oh, you'll be dirty? With all these down there? He could... that triple pylon we were talking about before?
Oh my god, that would have actually been such a good decision, but...
Yeah, not gonna happen.
For it by the looks of it.
I don't know, so you know what, the thing is though, one pylon dying is almost worth this many drones off of mining for this long.
Yeah, it actually is.
So, I mean, Roof not exactly behind, Stardust not exactly ahead, it's just about the most awkward way you can start this.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like at this point, both of their builds are a little bit thrown off. I mean, Stardust build, just he wanted to do a cannon rush. Behind this, he's going to go into macro because he can. Roof, though, a little bit frustratingly, lost a bit of mining, but at the same time, he killed off a pylon, so the game is just kind of going to normalize from here, and Stardust is actually relatively supply blocked. He's going to be unsupply blocked pretty soon, but for now, that's just less probes that he's able to make.
Yeah, I mean, the cannon's down. He's good for these lanes.
Yeah.
It's not like
he's fine for the lanes, but it is nice that Roof has a little bit of time where he can try to catch up the drone count just a bit from losing that mining time.
Okay, I gotta ask, actually. When you were growing up, did you ever see a cartoon called Darkwing Duck? It was usually on, like, after DuckTales for most things. I don't know if maybe it was a North American show or not. But, dude, the main character basically had this really stupid catchphrase called, it was like, let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck! God. Anyways, every time I hear dangerous, I don't know what it is. I was watching, like, old nostalgia cartoons the other day. I was watching Darkwing Duck, Johnny Bravo, DuckTales.
Ah, Johnny Bravo, man. I love Johnny Bravo.
Oh, mama. Yeah, no, it's just like, I got that stuck in my head now. Every time I hear Dangerous on the stream during Lone Star Clash, when I say it myself, I hear the stupid Darkwing Duck intro. Like, cues and plays in my head. It's killing me, Penguin. It's killing me.
Aw. It's fine. I think there are worse things to have stuck in your head.
Yeah, well, that's just like that nostalgia kick that I want to know. Stargate Opener once again out of Stardust. I love this. Again, if it's Phoenixes, he had such good return on them last time. And again, it wasn't because Roof messed up really badly. Stardust just he did it perfectly.
And he got a lot out of those Phoenixes. He's getting the +1 again. I don't think we'll see him go for 4-gate aggression again because Roof should kind of expect it. But at the same time, like you said, he did so much damage with it. It would almost make sense to go for the same build twice in a row, especially with the +1 coming out. So we'll have to see what Stardust decides to pull out of his hat here. It is Phoenixes, which is, as we've said a couple times, we like to see Phoenixes out of him. And behind this, third base.
Hang on, we're gonna disconnect from the stream here for a second, guys. well, not literally disconnect, but Zombie Grub's live. It is her birthday. We're gonna go raid her later, but don't go now. We'll coordinate the rave and get her like a big base trade bomb after. Okay, dude. So don't.
Okay, cool.
Don't jump the gun on this, please.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
But anyways, yeah, the Phoenixes are out and they're ready to rock and roll. Already taking down these Overlords. For Roof, I mean, it's kind of hard. You think like, all right, I put 2 Spore Colors per mineral line. I should have been good in that last game. But that wasn't the case, and it wasn't because of the Phoenix necessarily. As you pointed out, the strength of that 4-gate with +1 weapons is just insane.
And, well, we are going to see the Phoenixes try to do what they can do, and there's a lot of Overlords that are actually out on the map, so he can try to get some kills off. This is the second Overlord that's gone down. Third one is just right over to the left, so if he finds that, that'll die as well. But what he's going to do behind this is he's going to be taking a third base, because a lot of the time, and this is exactly what we saw last game, when you see Phoenixes, 4-gate Phoenix aggression is not all that common. So one of the knee-jerk reactions to seeing Phoenixes, if you haven't scouted the attack with the 4 gateways, is just drone. You want to make more drones than the Phoenixes can kill. And that's what we saw Roof do last time around. And if he does it again, which it looks like he is, that's going to mean that Stardust's third base is going to go relatively uncontested.
Oh man, I know we're on delay on stream, but this is Roof just being terrible at commentary. I'm more enjoying that you guys are quoting Darkwing Duck all over the stream right now. I am the shadow that flaps in the night.
Oh my god, that sounds so horrible. What kind of a show is that?
It was so, but you know, it had Launchpad McQuack in it. He was like the sidekick, and he's
Who?
Launchpad, the guy from DuckTales who would fly the plane.
Yeah, I haven't seen DuckTales.
What?
Oh, losing a Phoenix.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Nothing?
What?
Race cars, lasers, airplanes. It's a duck blur.
What?
Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales. Oh. No, nothing.
What?
Damn it, Penguin. For
what
all
is
the pony
happening?
shenanigans and the cartoons I've had to deal with you watching in my time knowing you've not seen DuckTales? This really makes me sad.
Meanwhile, Colossi has 6 more gateways coming up from Stardust.
Yeah, whatever, StarCraft, who cares? You haven't seen Duck? No, I'm sorry. Not beat the dead horse, but no, the Colossus are perfectly normal. You expect. There's going to be Hydralisks made to deal with. Like, it's been long forever since Infestors have really been used to deal with anything close to Phoenix. You're not going to see fast Fungals or infested Terrans come down. So it's going to be Hydralisks. And because it's going to be Hydralisks, that's why Protoss players and Stardust alike, they know it's safe to go for those Colossus. It's the predictable 1-2 step in this matchup. This is where I sure probably filled the downtime with stupid DuckTales talk.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, Rifkin? Now we have a pause and you don't have anything to talk to me about? We can talk about Johnny Bravo. Or like Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Or
dude, actually, Ed, Eddie, Johnny Bravo, and it wasn't like a cartoon standalone, but do you remember like I Am Weasel?
I love I Am Weasel!
I Am Baboon is star of cartoon.
I
oh no,
love that
IR
show.
Baboon, that's right, my bad. English.
Yeah, IR Baboon, man.
Yeah. I always pause comes out, and I do want to remind you guys,
Baboon.
just a quick thing to note, like Stardust pause here, I'm really worried he might be feeling lag. Again, it's impressive enough that he chose to go for units like Phoenix that require a lot of control, a lot of micro, when he is playing from Korea to NA. But it's not like Korea to NA is the most devastating thing in the world. But, oh my god, Penguin!
Uh-oh. Nidus.
Okay,
is he gonna scout it, though? Oh, no, probably not. Oh, losing a Phoenix.
Right, but okay, here's the thing about Nidus Worms. They can either be used in the sneaky manner where you try and sneak one into the main, haha, you didn't see me coming, you're dead, or they can be used as a very forward reinforcement point. I think right now that with Stardust Army, the way you look, it's going to be really hard to actually use this Nidus Worm for an I-win move. I think it'll be great for reinforcements, but the Colossus are already out. There's Thermal Lance. They're granted a ton of freaking roaches, but as you pointed out before as well, Colossus aren't exactly bad against roaches either.
This is mainly to bring the queens with. There's a lot of queens that have been out, and I mean, with only 67 drones, Roof is committing a lot to this, and he's gonna be hard pressed to make anything really happen with force fields and
best
Colossi.
Nidus Worm impression on 3, alright?
Yeah.
After it goes. 1,
What?
2, best Nidus Worm impression, alright? 1, 2, 3.
What the hell just happened? What?
You were supposed to do a Nidus Worm impression with me. Way to work on the fly, Penguin. But you know what?
Oh my god,
hang on.
weird.
Roaches and Hydras aside, my weirdness and ADD on hold, there's a lot of queens with this. This is really messy out of Roof, I feel, because he came in not knowing what was here. He should have, I think like an overlord or an overseer, some sort of suicidal scout to confirm like where that army was before he unloaded full bore, because that was just a huge waste. And then that's 100 minerals, 100 gas. He's never gonna get back from that Nidus work.
300 if you include the actual Nidus network.
Well, but the thing is, you could still maybe utilize this later.
Yeah.
So it's not like this was a complete waste.
Spire. Oh, he's going Spire, which I feel like is a little bit of a desperate move here. Yeah, I guess he's gonna try to go Spire and try to base trade Mutas. That's something that could happen.
I don't know.
Stardust
I just feel like
is
you've
gonna
got
take a
this many
fourth.
queens. You have to use them somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, 13 queens is nothing to scoff at. Each of those costs 150 minerals. That's a huge investment.
It's true. 13 queens is Jesus. That's so many queens.
The nice thing is,
And
like,
there's gonna be Templars soon. Imagine the feedbacks.
well, I don't think the feedback's gonna be that big of a deal, to be honest. But like, the thing is, you look at these. Not only do they have a bunch of health to help tank, and you think like transfuses all day would be great, nothing will break. The reality is, every bit of this army is not gonna give Roof any time to transfuse. Like, Hydras are gonna be annihilated by Colossus beams. Roaches may be the odd transfuser too. But yeah,
even the queens are gonna get just wrecked by 4 Colossi. And here comes Stardust barreling down the front door with a 15 supply lead. This gold base is not gonna survive. Cancelled is what it will be. And behind this, Stardust opting not to try overcommitting. He's not entirely sure how strong or weak Roof's army is. 14 Corruptors on the way out. That's something. It's definitely gonna help him deal with Colossi. But this many Stalkers, it's still gonna be a tough ask.
Well, that and like you're committing a lot of supply to units that are gonna be useless after they take out the Colossus. That's the frustrating thing about Corruptors, because it's like, great, you one-trick ponied pretty hardcore. You took out all the Colossus, fantastic. Now you've got like 40 plus army supply and units that aren't going to be available for any use for a long time.
Yeah, I feel like he just doesn't want to die.
Oh, actually, I like
network.
this. Oh, where?
Nidus Room's coming down with the army, so it's just going to be for reinforcements. There's nothing actually in it.
Hang on, I really like this Warp Prism coming out of Stardust. The Zealot drops are going to be great, the Warpin's going to be huge, and the army's going to be across the map. But he may have to use the Warpins defensively, and Overcharge does come down, and a Time Warp a little bit futile.
Uh-oh. These Corruptors are losing a lot of their numbers. There were
This is
14
a
of them
waste.
before. They're down to just 8.
That was not worth the Mothership Core at all. He's going to lose even more. Roof is a little bit...
he's down to 5.
Was that flustered? Was he just not controlling? Was he distracted by the Zealots? Whatever the case may be, that was a huge investment. He's making 8 more, fine. But,
oh, God. The lair is under fire. It may survive, but it's going to be tough to defend this. I think the lair probably is going to go down here, and really, really rough here for Roof, losing his main base. He's still got this very scary army up here, but with this many Colossi in the mix, with Storms in the mix as well, how is he going to break this?
I don't think he can, quite frankly. Going around the army, like, you guys have to consider, this looks like 125 supply for Roof, but look, that's 13 queens, 17 queens, 13 corruptors. There's no actual army value here. It's not roaches, it's not hydras, it's queens and corruptors, and as we see, there's just not an army composition. I'm sorry, like, I shouldn't be giggling like this, but that was a terrible army out of Roof.
Yeah, it just gets annihilated here, and
I kind of feel...
the Colossi die.
I feel very strongly that he could have invested every single mineral in those queens into Zerglings without upgrades and had more effective army. Like,
I wouldn't say that.
Dude, that nothing there did anything. Look at Stardust's units physically lost in that engagement.
True. Oh my God.
I mean, the Corruptor's got the Colossus, great. That much I applaud. But the Stalkers,
he has to be careful not to commit, though. I mean, he is not taking the greatest engagement with these Stalkers, but it does start to blink now. A lot of Lings coming in. There's not that much splash here anymore. The Lings are actually going to do a pretty good job now. And that one Colossus trying to shred away, trying to get them when it can. A couple Zealots going to be warped in as well. The Colossus has about 20 kills here. Looks like Roop is struggling to actually survive this now with another Warpin coming on in. Barely over 100 supply is Roof rather. GG's called, and Stardust takes the win from mYinsanity 5-4.
And remain undefeated in the Easter Team Story Cup.
3-0.
Dang. Of course, there's a lot more games we played in the Easter Team Story Cup for both of these teams, but big congratulations to mYinsanity, locking down